plenty of speed, and he slides by on the left a good 3 feet. Gene, I think the speed of these greens has got Billy Buffalo temporarily.
Yeah, he was charging on the first few, but I think he'll have to start dribbling that ball. Watch the follow-through on Bradshaw. He has about a 12-footer?
About 13, 14 feet for a 4.
Watch the way he follows through.
Right in the hole. A birdie 4 for Harry Bradshaw. He's got to pick up at least 2 shots here on Bill Casper.
Bill has got about a 3.5-foot putt. Boy, that makes it pretty tough.
Well, he got that one down for a bogey 6, and after 6 holes now, Harry Bradshaw, with a birdie 4 to Billy Casper's bogey 6, has moved 2 strokes ahead in the match.
The par 3 7th hole, 180 yards long, has been carved out of the sand dunes. The traps guarding the front corners and several hillocks are the only hazards. The prevailing wind here blows from left to right. Bradshaw took his 5-iron, hoping to hold the ball into the left to right wind. But the wind proved to be too strong, and he finished in the right-hand trap. Casper took his 6-iron. But he pushed the ball, and the wind carried it into heavy rough on the right. With a bad lie, Casper went to his sand wedge. The ball just carried the trap, lost its force in the sandy soil, and trickled down 10 feet from the hole. Bradshaw found a good lie in the bunker, opening the club face for quick loft. He played a magnificent recovery shot 3 feet from the pin, from where he holed out for his par 3. Casper had a downhill putt. He stroked it up smoothly, but just missed on the right lip. He went 2 over par and dropped 3 strokes behind Bradshaw as he tapped in for his bogey 4. Bradshaw forged farther ahead on the 370-yard par 4 8th hole. Here he rolled in a 20-footer for a birdie 3 to go 2 under par with a 4-stroke lead. The 9th, a long par 4 of 444 yards, bends slightly right past the clubhouse. Traps on the right side of the fairway prevent the long hitters from trying to cut corner. A rough ridge crosses the fairway 30 yards in front of the green, which is banked in front and trapped on the right. Neither player made the green in 2. Bradshaw, 50 yards short after a visit to the rough off the tee and a recovery, pitched up with his 9-iron. It finished 11 feet right of the hole. Casper was over the green on the right with a drive and a 4-iron. He selected his pitching wedge. His superb shot carried onto the green and finished 9 inches from the cup for a cinch par 4. Bradshaw bent over his ball. And he rolled it in for his 5th 1-putt green.
After the first 9 holes here at the Portmarnock Golf Club in County Dublin, Ireland, Harry Bradshaw 2 under par, 35. Billy Casper 2 over par, 39. Bradshaw holding right now a very comfortable 4-shot lead.
On Shell's wonderful world of golf.
The par 4 10th hole, 380 yards, is dogleg to the right. A line of bushes on the right marks the start of the fairway, a 160-yard carry from the back tee. The green is slightly elevated and falls away to grassy hollows in all directions. Bradshaw, with his game in the groove, continued his relentless golf on the 10th hole. His second shot, with a 7-iron, headed for the heart of the green, took the roll of the green, and finished 12 feet short. When Bradshaw's birdie putt stopped 3 inches short, Casper got a lucky break, and they have the hole in par 4s. The 445-yard 11th is a long par 4 which bends slightly left. Traps lie hidden on the right, and two more eating into the left side of the fairway can be reached off a long drive downwind. The 11th green has one of the few flat approaches and is guarded by a series of tiny pot bunkers on both sides. The wind was dead behind as Bradshaw, who incidentally overlaps with 2 fingers of his right hand, teed up on the 11th. His tee shot traveled 250 yards down the left-hand side of the fairway. Casper, trying to take advantage of the following wind, teed his ball as high as the length of the tee would permit. He really let fly, got the ball up into the wind, and the ball finished 300 yards down the right side of the fairway. Bradshaw took a 5-iron for his second shot. It was not quite enough club, however, and he stopped on the edge of the green 74 feet from the cup. With the following wind, Casper had a difficult shot to judge. He overclubbed with an 8-iron and ran through the fast green, finishing 51 feet past the pin. Bradshaw took his old hickory-shafted putter. Staying down over the putt beautifully, he ran it up within 4 feet of the hole, from where he holed out for his par 4. Casper decided to take his pitching wedge. He hit a beauty which finished 2 feet from the hole. The shot failed to pay off, as for the second time in the match, he missed a very holeable putt for a bogey 5, sending Bradshaw 2 under par into a 5-stroke lead. The 12th, 144 yards long, is the shortest of the par 3s, but it's a real teaser. It's set against the seawall and guarded from all quarters by tiny pot bunkers, with a high mound on the right as the dominating feature.
Harry Bradshaw has a nice, comfortable lead. He's using a 6-iron with a little breeze coming from the right, and I asked him how he was going to play it. He says, right for the flag.
Starting out a little bit to the right and now coming in and going down, and he got a kick right in past the flag. He caught part of the hill up there and went all the way to the back of the green. I think he deserved a better fate than that.
Had he carried about 3 or 4 more feet, he'd have been stiff.
Well, I wonder now if Billy will drop on back to a 7-iron, maybe. He's having a little trouble making up his mind.
Billy's taking a 7-iron.
Casper hits that 7-iron very firmly, hitting it out just to the right of the flag. It is coming in a little bit. He catches the slope, and the ball sits down almost immediately, and he has just gotten inside Bradshaw. Another very fine golf shot.
Bradshaw has about a 20-foot putt downhill. It's not a very tricky putt because the green is not that fast. Would surprise me to see him come very, very close in holding this putt.
No, that got started off to the right and just stayed off to the right. He hit it absolutely hole high, about a foot to the right of the cup, and after one quick look,
He's going to tap it in for a 3.
down the well she goes for a 3. And through 12 holes, Harry Bradshaw remains 2 under par.
Bill Casper has about a 17-foot putt, and it breaks a little right to left.
There she goes. What a putt. Right in the back for a birdie 2 for Billy Casper here at number 12, and he is really happy. He says, don't let that ball get out of the cup. Casper moves back now to 2 over par and a difference of 4 shots.
On the 565-yard par 5 13th, with its long, narrow fairway leading up to cross bunkers 60 yards in front of the green, Casper staged a further comeback. Playing an 8-iron for his third shot, Billy sent the ball tearing into the headwind, and it stopped 1 foot from the pin. As Bradshaw parred the hole, Casper's second successive birdie reduced the deficit to 3 strokes. The 14th, a par 4 of 385 yards, is regarded by British golfing great Henry Cotton as the finest par 4 in the British Isles. The line from the tee is the island called Ireland's Eye. The rolling fairway bends sharply left to a narrow green tucked in among the sand hills. Reversing direction once again, Casper prepared to make good use of the wind at his back. He deliberately cut the dogleg and finished 295 yards down the right side of the fairway. Bradshaw took his stance along the more orthodox line. Perhaps trying for too much distance, he cut under the ball and skied it 210 yards out on the right. Bradshaw was away, and he took his 5-iron. Harry played a fine shot to the long, narrow green, but it failed to bite and ran to the back 45 feet beyond the hole. After his huge drive, Casper took his wedge. It landed right of the pin and finished 26 feet past. Bradshaw's long putt was downhill all the way. He trickled it down, and it ran by the hole 2.5 feet. Casper also had a downhiller. His slightly bolder attempt lipped the cup and ran 3 feet past from where he holed out for his par 4. Bradshaw studied his return putt. But for once, his putter failed him, and he bogeyed the hole.
After 14 holes here at Portmarnock Golf Club in County Dublin, Ireland, our match continues to tighten. Harry Bradshaw now 1 under par, and Billy Casper just 1 over par.
Casper again failed to control his ball in the crosswind on the 170-yard par 3 15th. So, missing the green and bogeying the hole, he dropped another stroke to Bradshaw to trail him by 3. The 16th is another long par 5 of 527 yards, which doglegs sharply right. Against the wind, it takes 2 good shots to carry the cross bunkers. But once over them, the small undulating green is wide open.
We now come to the last 3 holes, and Bradshaw has a lead of 3 strokes. There's a strong breeze blowing here.
Well, Harry Bradshaw has skied another drive, started it out to the right a little bit. The wind has it, and he will not be in the fairway. He drops in the rough, and I don't think he's much more than about 180 yards off the tee. He cut right under that ball.
After that tee shot of Bradshaw, this gives Casper an opening here. This is a long hole, and it should suit Casper to a tee. That's providing it keeps that tee shot well to the left to this crosswind.
Billy Casper hit that ball well down the left-hand side of the fairway. It is fading beautifully now right back into the middle, and he really hit that tee shot in a great spot.
Bradshaw pushed that drive into the rough grass, but he has a good lie, and he's playing safe, short of the cross bunkers with a 6-iron. He's not taking any chances.
Well, Harry caught that ball nicely and has put it right in the middle of the fairway, about 35 yards short of the cross bunker. Really have a nice open shot into the green.
There's a stiff breeze coming from left to right, which is going to make Casper's shot very difficult. He has an opening here, and he's 3 strokes behind.
Billy Casper hit that 3-wood, started it well out to the left, It is going to stay out there and will not come back into the fairway, and he has hit it into the rough on the left-hand side of the fairway within easy pitching distance of the pin.
Harry Bradshaw is using a 4-wood. He's going to play a left to right shot.
Well, Bradshaw dipped his right shoulder, hit way back at that ball, hit it very high in the air. It is coming down in the middle of the fairway, but he will not make this green in 3. He has left himself 31 yards short of the green.
Bill Casper has a wedge, and he's about 75 yards from the pin. He has an excellent lie, maybe a little too good. I've never seen such beautiful lies in the rough grass.
Casper hits that wedge, gets it up, and that ball might fly a little bit on him, and he is going to carry it over the back edge of the green about 4 feet. That lie was indeed too good.
Bradshaw is about 31 yards from the hole. You know, he missed his tee shot, played his 3rd with a 4-wood and hit it a little fat. Now he's relying on that pitch and run shot of his with a number 9 iron. Maybe he's getting a little tired.
Well, there's that famous pitch and run, short of the green, coming in toward the hole, and he almost holed it out. It's coming on by the pin by about 9 or 10 feet. Another wonderful approach shot by Harry Bradshaw.
Billy Casper's 45 feet from the hole. He's got a very tricky little chip shot. He's using a 7 iron, and with this wind, it's apt to get rolling a little too fast.
He nips that right down toward the hole. It is perfect for speed and rolls by on the left-hand side by a couple of inches and stops about 3 feet away, and Bill has that putt for his par 5 here at 16. Harry can get this down, Gene, it's going to be quite a 5.
Harry Bradshaw has a, what would you say, George?
About 10 feet.
About a 10-foot putt, and it's a pretty straight putt. If he gets it up to the hole, he's apt to hold it. It'll be a great 5.
He's murder with that putter today. Right in the hole from 10 feet to save a 5 after being short and in the rough off the tee.
Billy Casper has to hold a very difficult putt for a half. That's very discouraging in golf.
Well, with that putt, Bradshaw remained 1 under par. And Billy needs this putt to remain 2 over par.
He got it down. Pair of par 5s here at the 16th hole at Portmarnock. And after the 16th hole, Harry Bradshaw, 1 under par, continues to lead Bill Casper by 3 strokes.
Johnstown, County Kilkenny, Ireland, is perhaps not an important place. It is just a quiet rural village where nothing much ever happens. And yet, one evening last May, something did happen here that illustrates the good that results when enlightened modern industry works hand in hand with men of dedication and purpose. This was a proud moment for Thomas Walsh, resident of Johnstown. His friends and neighbors had come here to this Shell-sponsored banquet to pay him honor. Thomas Walsh is not accustomed to honors. He is the headmaster of the school in Johnstown. It is an agricultural school, for this is farming country. And the students are farm boys who come here to learn how to be better farmers, and farm girls who are taught to be better housekeepers, better farmers' wives. But when school is over for the day, Thomas Walsh's work is not finished. He is the leader of the local chapter of Portmarnock, an organization patterned after the American 4-H clubs. Evening after evening, and weekends too, he visits the boys of his club, helping them with their projects. There is no reward for Thomas Walsh in this work, but there is honor. Honor paid by Shell to him and all the other Portmarnock leaders across Ireland. Shell's role in Irish agriculture is an important one, and not the least part of it is Shell's support of this fine Irish youth organization and the men who lead it. For Shell, too, has a dedication to excellence in all things. And this dedication is apparent in the Shell product you buy, the services you receive. This is the symbol of Shell's constant search for new products, new ideas, new ways to serve you better. The 17th is a relatively short par 5 of 466 yards. The narrow fairway is trapped strategically all the way down both sides. Just before the green, the fairway narrows to a mere 13 yards between two heavily trapped mounds. Coming into the home stretch with a very comfortable lead, Bradshaw was taking no chances. He swung well within himself and played a nice, safe tee shot into the wind 220 yards down the center. Casper had to go for broke. He really walloped the ball and finished 250 yards out on the right. Bradshaw decided to continue his conservative tactics. Unable to reach the green, he went to his forward to play short of the mounds. He pulled it slightly, but his ball kicked off the back of a trap out onto the fairway 40 yards short of the green. Casper also went to his forward, but he was trying to reach the green. He played a high, soaring shot which was caught by the crosswind and finished off the green to the front left. Bradshaw, unable to run the ball because of the greenside traps, decided on a punch shot with his 9-iron. But the ball sat down very quickly, 30 feet short of the cup. Casper, 84 feet from the pin, decided to pitch and run with a 7-iron. Distracted on his downswing by the click of a camera, Casper hit well behind the ball and finished 20 feet short of the pin. Bradshaw had an uphill putt. With his curious but effective style, he rolled it up stone dead to ensure his par 5. Casper, with a slight downhill putt, sent his ball a foot past. He tapped in for his par 5 to remain 3 strokes back of Bradshaw with but a single hole to play. The last hole, a par 4 of 398 yards, bends to the right past a trio of deep traps. The green is beautifully set on a crescent of sand hills, banked in front and undulating with a mound on the right which comes strongly into play. This is both a testing and picturesque finishing hole.
Boy, that wind is blowing now. Harry Bradshaw with a 3-stroke lead here. He'd have to break a leg to lose this. Even the gallery is sensing an Irish victory.
Well, Harry started the ball well out to the right on the line of the traps. His natural right to left shot is bringing it right back into the middle of the fairway, and he's hit another great tee shot. He controls that ball like mad. Gene, hitting the ball into this wind is like hitting it into a stone wall.
Oh, this is a tough hole today, especially for anybody that plays the ball a little left to right. You know, Casper missed a great opportunity on that last hole.
Yes, I thought the door was open at 16, and I thought it was open at 17, but Harry closed it. Ooh, did he blister that tee shot? That's the best tee shot Billy Casper has hit in this match. Look at that ball go. That's down there half a mile.
Well, 250 yards anyway.
Bradshaw is going to use a forward. You know, George, this fella can play them either way, from right to left or left to right.
Well, he's a very accomplished player, and he's certainly proved that to us today.
He's about 170 yards from the green.
Well, Bradshaw hits that forward very low into the wind. It will hit right in front of the green, now come up on the green, and it's going to roll up and finish almost pin high on the left, about 24, 25 feet away from the pin.
You notice how low he kept that ball? Old foxy grandpop. Casper has a 4-iron, and he doesn't have a particularly good lie. His ball stopped right near a divot mark, but I don't think it'll bother him too much.
Billy also cut that ball low into the wind and put it inside to Harry, but there's no brakes on it. It's coming right to the back of the green and stops at the very, very back of the green, about 6 inches short of going over. Bill Casper has 2 putts from the back of this huge green for a 2 over par 76.
George, he has about a 51-foot putt, but boy, that's a tricky one. He'll just have to tickle that thing down there.
He barely touches the putt. It is starting to come down, 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 and will not have enough speed to carry that last little crest. He left the ball about 9 feet short. Now, Harry Bradshaw has 2 putts from here, pin high to the left of the pin, for a 1 under par, 73, par in Portmarnock being 74.
Bradshaw has a 21-foot putt uphill. Not a hard one. All he has to do is hit it. Wouldn't surprise me to see him knock it in.
No, he left it short and a little bit below the hole. Now, Harry is going to tap that putt in. And Harry Bradshaw gets the putt down for a par 4 here at 18 and a 1 under par, 73. A remarkable round of golf in this high wind.
Casper has a downhill putt, approximately about an 8-footer.
What a wonderful putt. Great way to finish for Billy Casper. Par 4 on the 18th and a 2 over par 76.
Harry, I want to congratulate you for playing such a fine round. You know, you beat Billy at his own game, around the green.
Well, I chipped and putt very well, Gene, and I think that's where I won. I'd like to congratulate Bill on his performance. He played very well. A wonderful sportsman, and we hope to see you back in Ireland sometime again.
Well, thank you very much, Harry. You probably were chipping and putting before I was born, but I certainly have enjoyed myself here, and I would like to compliment you on what fine golf you did play, and I enjoyed your hospitality, not only yours, but the members here at the golf club, and we'll be looking forward to coming back to Ireland very soon.
Well, fellas, thanks again for playing on Shell's wonderful world of golf.
Well, Harry Bradshaw just chipped and putted phenomenally around here today in all of this wind. And, of course, Billy had a little trouble over the first part of the match keeping the ball in play off the tee, and I guess that was the difference. How did they finish once again?
Well, George, Harry Bradshaw was the winner with 1 under par 73, and Billy Casper 2 over par 76, a difference of 3 strokes.
That checks with mine. Thanks very much for acting as our scorekeeper.
Thank you.
Now let's join Gene and our 2 players for some tips on technique.
We have some good advice today for you 90 to 100 shooters who want to knock 10 strokes off your score. Harry, tell us about the pitch and run shot.
Well, Gene, I played this shot from 50 to 60 yards out. I positioned the ball off my right foot with a fairly square stance. I keep my right elbow into my right side and not too much break at the wrist. I take the club back with my left hand. As I come through, that right hand goes right out after the ball.
Harry, that sounds like a real stroke saver for the high handicap golfer. Do you agree, Bill?
I certainly do, Gene. I believe the 100 shooters should use less lofted clubs around the green.
What club would you recommend?